Hey everyone. Well, when you see my hair all messed up like this, that's a very good sign. That means I'm busy, always in good ways and never in bad ways. So extra busy, yeah, when that hair gets messed up. Anyways, just so much happening very rapidly, as most of you know and are seeing. On the ships, I strongly suggest for all of you to keep calling in your ships, even the ones that are not communicating, have them yet. Call in your ships, the ones that have your ships close, that you are contacting with them. Well, you follow what you're given in respect to that. So continue your communications with the ships is what I suggest, and where you already have that connection with your ships, you are guided through that as well. And I'm speaking about your Merkava ships, your individual ones, your mother ships that are connected to you. So you receive a lot of your guidance and watch what they give you, and read what is, let's say, telepathically transmitted to you as well. It's very important to uh, record or even pictures of your phones and attach the messages to share with others as well, what you're getting on this. And exponentially, this is expanding as you've been seeing. More and more are seeing their ships, more and more are getting footage to share with the others. It helps with the overall ascension. And I strongly encourage and emphasize the importance of documenting as much as you can and sharing with the others. It's it's ecstatic, and it's also important on so many fronts. When you're sharing this important footage and information with the others, you are also alleviating a lot of their doubt as well, which rapidly assists in propelling them forward. So again, the more they see by you sharing it with them, the more it assists them to listen up and get in line with this overall ascension, and it assists us with speeding everything up for everyone. And as I shared, before, we don't leave here until our mission is complete on the lower timeline. So we are still connected to those lower timelines with things we must accomplish. However, we keep going forward, and you will be facilitated in the degrees that you need to be. And so it's very beautiful what's occurring with the ships. I've been putting on just a little bit ago some footage from Victoria Liljenquist. I believe I pronounced that correctly. I suggest for any of you to look at some of her work. It goes back perhaps 2003. I glanced at some of it tonight. Very impressive. 2008, 2009. It will show you some of the earlier ones and perhaps give you some information, more information that you can utilize to assist yourself if you wish. I do believe I asked Victoria tonight for some permission to perhaps share some more of her information, which will assist all, and that's what we're about, assisting each other with, I am as well, giving everything to everyone that I can to assist with this overall mission as freely as I can. Sometimes very sometimes very, oh, anyways, sometimes though there are little things that I'm not allowed to share at certain times. So some things I must save for divine timing at later dates, and I know some of you could identify with this as well. So hi everyone, I love all of you as well, and we're having such fun. So many wild ship things going on, as you see. It's escalating, and you know, the testimony we're getting out there is having a huge impact, as you can see, and it's so beautiful. And you know, again, it's real, and wow. So, and it's going to get better, and it is getting better all the time, more and more exciting. So we'll keep going with this, and as we keep rising higher, you know, with the ships, we're given more and more. So recently, in the last few days, again, more and more footage I'm receiving and information from individuals with different different connections with ships. I'm just trying to light my cigarette. One interesting one, Colleen had shared with me the other night. She had laid in her bed and she was directed to, I believe, look out her window, and there was a huge golden, what I believe what she thought first was an airplane, but she looked at it and it was big lights on it, and she got her binoculars and said it was approximately about 7 or 8 times bigger than the usual size of what you would call a Merkava ship. And as far as she could see when she looked at that ship with the binoculars, it was an octagon shape and it was gold. So I need to speak with her more on this to get some more information on that. But let me say, the ship she described to being that close was significant as well. Now, having said that, you have your Merkava ships. What I will call the Merkava ships are your ones you're interacting with that are flashing all the colors to get your attention, and that, you know, when you connect with them on various degrees, they'll move and they'll flash, and as you connect more with them with your consciousness, and you know, as Danny was doing, you're able to see that the more you connect with them on the conscious level, that you're getting more feedback. So as you become stronger as well and keep establishing that connection, you will get more from your ships, and we just keep going up with this without getting too far ahead. You know, it's very important to keep doing that, and you know, keep in touch with it, and whatever you guys get that is new or any, again, share it with the rest. It's so beautiful. So, and again, these are not the only ships, as all of you know. They are what I call Merkava ships, the ones flashing, but there's Gina. Well, I just forget her last names, but you guys know Gina. She's been photographing a lot of the, what I call the galactic fleet as well. And there's many ships here of many shapes and sizes too, as a lot of you are coming to know that. So this great time and the great ascension is in full swing, and very exciting times, and you know, it's great that more and more of you are allowed to document and get photos of them and share them to the others. So this is so magnificent, and I know I am so grateful for that. It makes us teachers' jobs a little bit more easier when you have the actual confirmations like that. So having said that, I wish to thank from the bottom of my heart each and every one of you that is documenting the ships and putting the proof out there for the collective. It's so important, and it's we're making leaps and bounds now because of what you're doing. So great appreciation with that, and great thanks, and a lot of gratitude, and I thank you all. You know, because of this journey we've been on, a lot of us are, you know, have been very tired, and you know, we want to leave, but again, I said we cannot leave until our mission is complete. Here is what I'm given, but we're getting close, eh? You know, that's good. So that's about it for what I'll go into on the ships right now. Johan, it's Victoria Liljenquist. I put a post out of 2 Merkava ships she had photographed very close together. It's on my feed here if you wish to look. It's Victoria, but also Johan. In the near future, I may be putting out some more of her work. I asked her tonight if I can share some of her work freely, so I'm waiting to get a reply back, and I will, because she does have very significant work there to share as well. Now, what's also occurring, I put down dragons and Atlantis, because this is very important and is coming up. So this may pertain to some of you and resonate with some of you about the dragon attachment to Atlantis. You've been introduced to the dragon energies. Now, with that also, and I will say that I was not given this information until just today. And again, I received this from Hung. She is that expert, and she informed me of this because of, let's say, I and Helen the other evening, we got, with our consciousness, taken to an aspect of Atlantis, and was kind of like doing some energetic work, and I thought when we thought we were done, red dragon energy appears. So without giving too much detail, after the conversation with the dragon expert Hung, we were able to put all the dots together here, exactly what it meant. But essentially, after we put that together, once I was connected with that, then I received a lot of downloads for what it means. But essentially, at this time, there is an important, we will say, the dragon riders. I suggest, if that clicks for you, for some of you, if it resonates, to start researching dragon riders and Atlantis, to get informed perhaps on some of that if it resonates. But also it's connected to the Atlantean timeline, the Atlantis timeline. And for the most part, why we are going into that at this time is because a lot of you are receiving your memories from, you know, your existences in the Atlantis times here, as well as, you know, Lemuria and you know, other galactic times. But the Atlantis time, you know, pretty well what most of you believe is that it's sunk, and there's a lot of sadness with that you are that you may be carrying. So it's important to examine that era in your existence and switch it up, and to know that nothing went wrong, that you are still here at this time. So I suggest to for each one of you to go back along your memory threads that you now have, your memory of your Atlantean, your Atlantis times, to go back along your threads and eliminate any fear or negativity from your memories there, and just establish the knowing what you know now to that time, to eliminate the fear. For example, what you will do is um, when you go back to your existence at that time, when Atlantis started to sink, then what you do is say, it's okay, it doesn't matter, it's time for it to go. And that if you need to venture back into that in the future, you can and change it. So integrate back there in your existence that you know that it was a moving on. So don't have any negative energy or sadness attached with that, because no one died there. You don't die, and you are all here now. So it's important to let go of any negativity attached to that existence that you had. So many of you may wish to go back in whatever way you wish on your dragon, or just go back through your memory thread and do this and just clear up any negativity there. And you know, it's important to clean up your existence, your memory thread as well, to allow you to go into the new. So you don't wish to be distracted by what happened in Atlantis. You wish to switch the polarity of what occurred there and know that you didn't die and that it did not matter, that you are still here. You're here in this now. So let that go, that past, in whatever way you feel. And whatever way it resonates with you, to let go of that, because also we wish to go forward to create the new. You are not creating a new Atlantis, you are creating something much more better. And to do that, let go of that part of your memory that you have retrieved in this time, so that you're able to keep going forward and be open to the new higher realities that we are creating. It has served its purpose. So I request of you, for all that it resonates with, to let any of those bad or sad feelings from Atlantis times, let it go, change it around, understand that it didn't matter, you're still here, you did not die, that none of that matters, that no one died there, no one was harmed there. So, and the reason why I bring it up again is because we want to go forward as quick as we can and as high as we can. We don't want these anchors on. We are tired enough with this ascension process, and anything that can alleviate the anchors, it is most wise to do so, so we can continue to rise. Let's keep going with this, and don't stop, is what I suggest. So essentially, yeah, go right back to the Atlantis origins and clean up the timelines and the memories there as you need to. And the easiest way is just to deliver the message back there in time that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you don't die. So put that back there, and that will very quickly change up what occurred in your memories from that time. So Pretty well it. As you know, more things will come up with the dragons and the ships in the future. Um, with this overall ascension, you know, the reason why you're seeing so many attributes and aspects like the galactics, like Atlantis mythology, the reason why you're seeing all of this at this time, even though we're going back to God, um, or we are ascending to at least higher levels on our way back there, what will hold you back from creating new things sometimes are the belief threads that are here, and that's why it's so important to uh, let go of them, and that's why they come up. You know, not only as many of you have been finding you've been doing all of your inner work, and then you're finding there's other work in other existences, but you're very efficient, as I just mentioned, how to do that, because once you're empowered enough, you have received enough memory and enough know-how and enough of your gifts to very quickly go back, or yeah, go back and clean up any memory threads. And you can really literally do it in seconds. You know, you just put your thought there and go back and just switch it up. And you know, it's not only with Atlantis, it's with a lot of the beliefs that were put here as well, you know, with the Anunnaki, Enoch. You know, I suggest taking all of them out or changing them at least to the positive perspective, but let them go as well. We wish to, uh, what we're creating, we're going to be creating a new page in our new reality, one that is void of negativity and darkness, and it's the harmonious creation which we wish to have, with love, based on love, unconditional love, and all of the, you know, the virtues and all of this. So to do that as well from each of the collective, each of those that are ascending, uh, it's good to erase from your being, in your consciousness, these remnants of past existences that were non-virtuous or less desirable. You don't wish to be taken that into the new, but also you cannot take it into the new. So you need to purify those aspects that you remember. You don't need to go digging into your Akashic records looking for what is negative or what is dark that you might have to switch. You will be showing it. So you don't need to be distracted with looking for it. If there is something there that needs to be done, you will be showing it. So if you're not, for example, if you're not showing something in regards to a past that is negative, that means that you don't have anything there to clean up. Using a candle for a lighter, my lighter's gone. Danny got it. But yeah, so you know, any of the karma or past debt or whatever labels you wish to use for it, if it's not presented before you, then you don't have anything to clean up. So you don't need to go digging and really searching for it. It will come up in one manner or another. So perhaps, yeah, that's it. Wanted to keep this short. Much going on. Stay tuned. Perhaps if you need to. Oh, one thing I should mention as well. Uh, more third eye activations occurring, which is a very great sign as well. So more of those occurring. Ascension symptoms occurring. I see Janelle on Real Angels put out what she received, and that is so. More Merkavas being activated, more Kundalinis being activated on the most highest rates yet. The vessel upgrades, the physical vessel upgrades energetically occurring. Well, let me just say there's just so many different aspects at this present time occurring that I have, during this whole ascension, I have not seen so many aspects occurring and being changed at once. They're numerous, which is, again, very indicative of how far you have come. We have all come with this, and just bang, very rapidly we are doing it. And every day more and more are connecting to the collective. And yeah, we're doing it. So so that's great. So love you all. What are you saying, Jessica Russo Lewis? I am not coming back. Okay. Yeah, we get this done, and yeah, we're not going to perhaps need to incarnate her anymore. The star children incarnating here today, and many of the old souls are coming back to enjoy uh, higher timelines and to experience the things that were robbed from them before. So anyhow, so having said that, what was some will be coming, but the timelines are all secured and assured, and they will carry on with making things greater and better and virtuous and built on unity and not the separation like borders and nations and all of this. So gonna be very good. Just reading what Patricia Satchwell is saying. A lot of the ships seem to be seen in the USA. Any reason for this? Here in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Scandinavia, it seems to be very quiet over here. Let me say that, Patricia, you may be surprised. Because what occurs, there are many ships here, but sometimes when one looks, you don't see all of the ships. You may just see your one Merkava one you're to interact with, and you don't want a whole bunch of other ships around. It causes distraction. But just because you don't see them, that doesn't mean they are not there. I can assure you they are there, and many more. If if you could actually see what is right here in the space above you, your jaw would just drop wide open. It's literally full of ships, believe me, and a lot of dimensional portals as well. It's very cool. There's many, but also look at there's many in the U.S., but also look at many people, souls being geographically distributed to be in certain places as well. And from Scandinavia, I am seeing more and more reports of ships and things in that area as well. So I do suggest perhaps it'll be shown to you. what is there. So just because you don't see something, it doesn't mean that it's not there. You will see it at the right time. So that looks great. So having said that, I am going to let you go. 30 minutes. Okay. Namaste. And what's that? Yeah, love that triangle. Yeah, it's beautiful. Holy Grail and the masculine, right? Yeah, I love that. And also your Merkava, part of that, I believe. Yeah, you can do that. I love you all, and thank you so much. And I am so happy to make this broadcast tonight and just touch on some of the magical, real things. Yeah, again, with just give you a little bit more info that there's a lot more happening yet behind the scenes that is ready, to come out as well. So, love you all. Lots of winks and peace, and have a great evening, everyone. And thank you all, and all of you are welcome as well. So have a great one, and keep having fun.